It's candy for your skull, but what the heck is a sesh? Welcome to TVS, where you get multiple reviews for the price of one. I'm Clyde, and today I'm joined by Matt and Mike. We're going to take a look at the Skullcandy Sesh ANC earbuds. So I guess we can get right into it. Matt, tell us about this product.
If you're looking for true wireless earbuds at a price point sub $100, you might want to check out the Sesh ANC by Skullcandy. Features include 4 microphones, 32-hour battery life with ANC enabled, USB-C charging, an IP55 rating, and the tile tracking built in. Okay, let's get into the review. Clyde, what do you think of the fit and finish?
I didn't think I was going to like these. I've always been more of a fan of the stem type, but they were surprisingly comfortable. I do like the click buttons on the side of them as opposed to touch like other ones have. But the case. It's not so much the size of the case. It's the fact that I can never get the stupid thing to stay open. I can't get this thing open.
It's funny that you have that problem because you obviously the Apple response would be you're holding it wrong.
Well, it is because this one is taller, right? So it's easier. I hold it down there, it pops right open. This one, since it's short, there is a very small area that you can put your fingers on the back because of where it drops down.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to basically hold it like that, at which then the magnets are too strong and it wants to pull out of my hand. But
yes, you need to hold it from the side.
The magnets are pretty strong, and I've learned to just hold it on the ends. Minor adjustment, but it is annoying because you don't pick it up that way. You have to kind of adjust your hands to make it easy to open.
My issue with holding it on the sides is I naturally want to hold it like this, which then it just closes on itself. So you're like, gonna contort your body, and yeah. Otherwise, no, they feel good. The packaging was nice.
That's true. Yeah. I also dislike the chunky case. It is a rather large thing in my pocket and or in my bag, and I'm not a big fan of how this of its size. I wish it was smaller and thinner, especially for pocketing. Otherwise, it's okay, I suppose, for a case. I mean, it keeps them safe for the most part. The buds themselves are really fit real well in my ears. I don't have any pain with them, which is something that happens with me a lot with the other ones that have something kind of jetting out somewhere to trying to hold them in place. These having none of those jet out pieces just sit in my ears. They're flat in my ears. They don't seem to bother my ears so much, and I'm able to wear them for a long time without any kind of discomfort. So I do actually like how they feel in my ears. They're very nice.
Yeah, I'll sound like a broken record. The case is huge. I mean, compared it to my Jabber case, this one's a little bit taller, but way narrower and also not as long, right? Like this just feels like a handful. It makes your pockets feel super full, like you said. I also like, as far as the case goes, it's decent looking. It's like kind of a matte and it scratches really easy. So it already just using it basically for a long weekend, it doesn't have a nice finish to it anymore. It's kind of scuffed up. I do like the little skull. I like their logo. I just think it's fun. I like skulls and stuff. So I thought that was cool. And I liked that it has the little battery indicator on the outside. which is good, because my other ones, my Jabras, for example, they just have a light. It's like, it's green if there's still power. But this has like 4 little lights, so you can tell. As far as the actual earbuds themselves, I don't really like the shape of them. I think visually they're just kind of uninteresting. Like compare that to like my Jabra ones. They're kind of like triangular. They have a little bit more of a spelt feel in the ear. So like, as far as like how much space they take up, it's to put it in the correct ear. This one kind of sticks out a tiny bit more, but it doesn't feel like it fills the ear quite as much as the Skullcandies do.
I'll add to that in the fact that I had the same experience at first. I figured out that I was putting them into my ears differently because I'm right-handed versus left-handed. And on the one ear where it was sticking out a little bit more, I found that I needed to adjust it, and then it fit just nice and smooth like the other one did.
Yeah, no, what I mean is my Jabra, it's a little bit taller, so it visually sticks out more, but it looks lighter in the ear. It doesn't feel like the entire ear. Okay. Whereas like this thing it's big. It takes up a large portion of your ear. Kind of talking a little in functionality now, but the batteries on it are a little better though. So the bigger, chunkier case, the bigger, chunkier earbud does result in longer battery life. So there's a trade-off there. Yeah.
Since we're on functionality and features, I will say major plus, I have let these sit for a couple days since using them, and they are still, if I can get this to stay open, they're still fully charged. Whereas the ones that I was using for a while, they're completely dead, even though they've been sitting in a battery for weeks. So that's good. The music sounds fine. It sounds fine to me. But I don't hear any difference with the active noise canceling turned on.
I can tell a difference. I can tell a difference.
Oh, no, I'm not saying there isn't a difference.
The difference is the difference between turning the background noise from a volume level 8 to a level 7, maybe. It's not much.
Okay. So, and then there's 3 modes. There's the active noise canceling, there's off, and then there was one in the middle that I don't remember what it's called, but I don't know what it does because
stay aware mode.
Oh yeah, stay aware mode. I don't know what that is.
Other ones call it a hear through mode, where it's actually it's electronically picking up the noise and playing it through the speakers.
Gotcha.
So that you hear it.
So it determines what not to cancel. But that's only useful if there's actually cancellation happening.
No, so it doesn't determine what to cancel. It just literally plays everything through. So you hear everything.
No. I'm saying it determines when not to cancel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. So
yeah.
It's an auto bypass. The last thing I will say is the Bluetooth connection's good. It is strong. It connects quickly. Other than that, move on.
So I will say that the ANC was the big selling point for me when I was excited to get these. I was going to go on an airplane trip with it. I totally went on the airplane trip, had the ANC turned on, was thinking to myself, man, wish these were better. And as my use of them over time, my testing of how the level ANC, it is there, it does exist, but it's not much at all. I personally have had some Bluetooth issues with mine. When I first got mine, it was happening a lot. I since had a firmware update, it has fixed the issues somewhat, but I particularly have problems when I have one earbud in at a time, and I often use my earbuds one at a time. So in that case, I would actually get a disconnect reconnect Bluetooth issue all often. Using both at the same time, almost never. It actually has been really good. I wonder why they are balancing something out when they're both working and making that work. I don't know, but that is something I have dealt with. Go ahead.
Okay, it's interesting because you can use either earbud solo according to their claims. Like with the Jabra, I can't. Like the left earbud controls the right earbud. So if I take the right earbud more than 12 inches from the left earbud, I can't hear it. It turns off. So like I tried to do a listen along like with my wife, and nope, can't do that. But my understanding is that it's pretty typical in a situation where you have dual earbuds that one of them becomes the controller so that it ensures a sync between them. So there might be something like that happening.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the determination between wireless and true wireless. True wireless is they are both independent. The regular wireless earbuds, one relies on the other.
I also believe that most modern true wireless earbuds also talk to each other to make sure they're in sync. The older ones where one would be the master is no longer used as much nowadays. You have this kind of dual way connection.
Like you said, I think that is what the actual definition of true wireless, but don't quote me on that. I forgot to look it up.
All right. I've used these for phone calls as well.
Okay.
Again, I had poor quality with these as far as phone calls. I have calling my wife, trying to talk to her, and she constantly says, "Are you? I can't hear you. I'm sorry, this is not working." Again, I think that is a feature that needs to be there for any kind of above the brigand basement earbuds. You need to have the ability to make a phone call, or either that or just don't even bother putting the feature into your earbuds. They have one more thing. They do have really good sound quality, if you ask me. I'm not a connoisseur of what is high def audio. But as far as these are concerned, I really do enjoy them. The balance of the sound is good. The built-in app gives me just enough control. Kind of wish it had more to get what I want out of it for the kind of sound I want for it. I had no problems with the quality of the sound coming out of them. Oh, and one more thing, they do have built-in tile functionality. You can link them up with your Tile app, and using the Tile app, you can then find a missing earbud, which has helped me because I have lost mine in a couch, and I was able to enable the Tile app and make it so it'd start chirping, and I was able to find an earbud without having to embarrassingly go say, "Oops, I lost half of my expensive thing." So it was nice.
Yeah. I'm kind of similar on board with what both of y'all are saying. The ANC is absolute garbage. I did use these for a long weekend. I took both of my earbuds on a long weekend trip, 4 days, flew to Boise. So there's it was like 8 hours of flight because we had to long layover, if you count the layovers for the flight. But anyways, they lasted really well. I did appreciate the longevity of the battery, and even after using them the entire weekend, for probably 12 or 15 hours of listening, the case was still at 100%, even after recharging the earbuds back to 100%. So I was impressed by the battery life. I liked that a lot. Sound quality is okay. It's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad either. I think your typical listener is going to be just fine with the audio. I don't think it's not like the quality that I prefer. I tend to like more higher end headphones, Sennheiser and stuff like that. I spend usually a couple $100 on my headphones. Not audiophile by any means, but so it was okay. It was noticeably not as good as the higher end stuff, but it was not bad. The lights on the case are really good. Again, I like the logo, but the other thing that you mentioned, Matt, as far as reliability. I didn't have any issues with these myself. Bluetooth worked 100% of the time, really smoothly. Like Clyde said, I always used them in pairs and never did one at a time.
Yep.
But on the flight, on my way back, I spent 3 hours sitting next to an unhappy baby. And after about 30 minutes with these in, I took them out and switched over to my Jabbers because I wanted that actual noise canceling. And just in comparison, it's like, yeah, I'm still aware that there's a baby there screaming, but it's like a baby at the front of the plane versus literally right next to me. Whereas with the Sesh, I could tell a difference, but it wasn't enough to stop it being skull splitting, ear shattering annoyance. So yeah, ANC, if you want it, buy something different for sure. Sorry, I'm kind of spoilering the final review, but
well, no. I guess we kind of touched on value. I don't know where exactly I stand on the value. These were $70. These sound peats cost me $40. For the difference between the two, sound quality wise, I don't think there is a sound difference. The fact that these do charge, I don't think it's consistently, and they stay charged, I don't think that's consistently worth twice as much. If the active noise canceling was sufficient, I would say $70 is good, but that would place them at the absolute ceiling for this price range. I wouldn't pay more than $70 with the active noise canceling working. Now that I know the noise canceling doesn't really work, I'd say go to the cheaper version that doesn't have noise canceling. It's probably
there is
the
a
same.
Sesh that's just called
the
Sesh.
regular Sesh.
yeah. And it's like $30.
Exactly, and
it's less than half.
Yeah. So yeah, the value's questionable.
Yeah, I agree. If you were looking for active noise canceling, if that was the goal of your purchase, which was my goal when I got these, and I got them on sale at $50 at Costco, I would not recommend these for that reason. If you do like the fit and finish, if you do like the long battery life, if you do like the sound that comes out of them, then they probably are fine compared to a lot of other ones. But yeah, I would say that maybe that if you can find the non-ANC versions for a killer deal, you might want to go for those instead.
Yeah, I'll say much of the same as far as value. Honestly, I don't think the value is there for these. $30. I haven't heard the Sesh Evo, for example, but it has almost all the same features except the ANC, and it's $30. So I can't see a justification for these earbuds even existing. Sorry. Still spoiler in my recommendation here a little bit.
Yeah, no.
So let's what are your final thoughts, Clyde?
Do I recommend these? It depends. If you're looking for this style headphone and you've got a Costco gift certificate, hey, maybe. If you're just looking for headphones with decent audio, then I would say probably no. Or if you need actual active noise canceling, then no. But as just true wireless headphone, yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I would also generally not recommend these earbuds. They are generally only okay in all the same ways that you would get the cheaper ones from Skullcandy. If these were a convenience buy because it's something you needed, like it was for me, go for it, and hopefully you know what you're spending your money on. If you're actually going out and trying to make a decision here, I think you should look elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely not. If somebody gave these to me, I'd throw them at them. No, okay, they're not that bad. I'm just kidding. But I think that there's, go $20 Chinese knockoff, you probably get about the same quality. My wife's earbuds sound just as good as these. She paid like 25 bucks for them. And my Jabras honestly don't sound much better, even though they're 100. And my $180 Jabras that I lost were also only about the same audio quality. Where the Jabra stands up, though, is in call quality. So if you want earbuds that you can make a call for that has good noise canceling, like background noise canceling, Jabra is a good place to look. But this particular earbud does not have a place in the market, in my opinion. The ANC does not work. It's effectively non-existent. And that's really the only value you would get out of it. So I would say, look pretty much anywhere else.
All right. Well, that's what we think. So why don't you let us know down in the comments what you think? Were we completely off the mark? Do you have these and you want to tell us that they're the greatest thing in the world? Or do you just want to tell us how great we are? We always appreciate that. Also, consider liking and subscribing. It's a big help to this channel. And there's a good chance that at the end of the month, we'll probably give at least one of these, if not all of them, away. So keep an eye on our videos going forward for information on how to get them. And in the meantime, if you like this channel, head on over to Patreon. You can support us there. There's a link down in the description. And see you next time.